State chief election officials play a unique and critical role in creating and implementing standards and best practices while also coordinating resources to ensure election integrity. The 2016 general election cybersecurity revelations were a real eye-opener for the news media, the public, and apparently many in the federal government. But hacking efforts were no surprise to election professionals who have long prepared for just these kinds of intrusion attempts.
The Russians targeted Colorado, among other states, in a campaign to meddle in our elections.
What they called information warfare against the United States.
Funding, statutory considerations, and other factors have been impediments for states in adopting these best practices. Colorado's Cybersecurity Protects Election Integrity initiative has employed these cutting-edge ideas to protect elections. Our initiative efforts have gained national press attention. Cybersecurity Protects Election Integrity covers three major initiatives. 1. Securing the statewide voter registration system. 2. Securing overseas and military ballot return with encryption. And 3. Colorado threat information sharing and joint fusion centers. These three initiatives integrate cybersecurity resources to protect Colorado elections. 1. Securing the statewide voter registration system. The Colorado Secretary of State operates the statewide Colorado Voter Registration and Election Management System, SCORE, and the ePollbook application, WebScore. Together, these leverage technological infrastructure to provide voters incredible choice and convenience. Active Colorado voters receive a mail ballot 20 days prior to an election. But if they would rather vote in person, voter service and polling centers, VSPCs, are open during early voting or Election Day. Voters can also register or update their registration at a VSPC up to and including Election Day and cast a regular paper ballot in that election. Each of these conveniences require that county election staff have access to a real-time statewide voter registration system and electronic poll book, thus increasing the opportunities for cyber intrusion. So Colorado has implemented the cybersecurity best practices that apply to all state and county users of the SCORE system, including multi-factor authentication and security awareness training. Multi-factor authentication improves Colorado's security posture. Beginning in 2013, the Colorado Secretary of State's office required all state and county SCORE users to log in with multi-factor authentication. Users must enter not only a unique username and password, but also a numeric sequence, unique to each user, provided on a card distributed by the Secretary of State's office. This provides a significant security improvement to thwart password-stealing spyware, brute force password attacks, password guessing, and the sharing of user credentials. Security awareness training is a formal process to educate SCORE users about computer security, departmental policies and procedures. Also beginning in 2013, all active SCORE and WebScore County users were required to take the Securing the Human Security Awareness training from the SANS Institute. Everyone, including full-time, part-time, temporary state and county staff who access SCORE must complete this training within 30 days of hire and repeat the training every year. Election judges complete a unique security awareness program called Election Judge, Staying Cyber Safe, through the Secretary of State's e-learning platform. Users who do not complete training by their given deadline lose system access. 2. Multi-factor authentication and overseas ballot return with encryption. Postal mail is notoriously unreliable in some parts of the world. Electronic ballot delivery for overseas military in 2006 and extended to all overseas Coloradans in 2011 assured a more timely and reliable transmission of UOCAVA ballots. But even then, voters had to rely on postal service to return ballots or risk email ballot interception. So Colorado adopted state-of-the-art encryption technology to protect UOCAVA ballots. The Secure Ballot Return (SBR) system implemented for the 2016 general election solves this security problem. Secure Ballot Return allows UOCAVA voters to return their ballots via a web portal, directly to their elections office through encrypted channels, secure logging, and two-factor authentication. SBR also provides voters a delivery receipt so that they know their vote will be counted. In the 2016 general election, more than half of Colorado's Uocava voters returned their ballot electronically. Of those, 87% used the SBR system. We continue to get feedback from our servicemen and women overseas. Army Major Eric Lintelman, a voting assistance officer in Iraq during the 2016 election, recently spoke with Secretary Wayne Williams and said, "As a native Coloradan, I'm extremely proud of our state's voting process. All Colorado military voters who wanted to vote were able to vote." SBR is also useful if a voter delivers a mail ballot to the wrong county. The receiving county can use SBR to securely send a copy of the ballot envelope with the voter's signature to the correct county in advance of receiving the physical ballot. This allows notice to the voter with sufficient time to cure signature discrepancies so their vote can be counted in that election. 3. Colorado Threat Information Sharing and Joint Fusion Center. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security's Critical Infrastructure designation in 2017 changed the relationship between election officials and our federal partners. State election officials occupy a critical space between federal authorities who can offer greater resources and technical expertise, and county officials who must carry out most election functions. State election officials must do more to proactively coordinate resources and increase knowledge sharing. Colorado is accomplishing this goal through Colorado Threat Information Sharing, the CTIS project. Beginning in 2016, the Colorado Secretary of State partnered with the Colorado Governor's Office, Colorado Governor's Office of Information Technology, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Colorado Department of Public Safety, the MSISAC, FBI, Colorado National Guard, City and County of Denver, Jefferson County, and others to rally around monitoring, detection, and response in the face of known and unknown threats. The department stood up the Joint Fusion Center on Election Day 2016 to share information quickly and securely across jurisdictions. The information sharing paid dividends on Election Day 2016 during two significant events. Without the focused and intense work of the county and state resources, incident analysis likely would have consumed more time and possibly resulted in serious Election Day consequences. To make sure we get the most out of our effort, we have adopted an administrative rule that all Colorado County cyber incidents are reported to the Secretary of State's office. Insisting on this information share facilitates the conversation and utilizes the strengths of each level of government. In conclusion, the state chief election officials play a critical and unique role in creating and implementing standards and best practices while also coordinating resources among partners and advocates to ensure election integrity. The Cybersecurity Protects Election Integrity Initiative and its multifaceted approach of securing the statewide voter registration system, securing overseas and military ballot return with encryption, and Colorado Threat Information Sharing and Joint Fusion Center. These three initiatives integrate cybersecurity resources to protect Colorado elections. In the state of Colorado, we have worked hard to develop strong relationships with our local, state, and federal partners. Working together, we have taken significant strides to protect Colorado's elections and to give our voters confidence in our processes. This voter confidence helps Colorado to have one of the nation's highest voter participation rates.